Every articulated dump truck on Earth exists because of a 65 horsepower machine called Gravel Charlie. Volvo's DR631 didn't just haul material, it invented an entire equipment category, and it started with a problem no rigid truck could solve. Traditional fixed-frame dump trucks demanded flat, prepared haul roads, frequently bogging down when construction sites turned into soft, deep mud. To solve this physical limitation, Swedish manufacturer Bolinder Munktel partnered with engineering firm Levab in the mid-1960s. They replaced the standard front steering axle of a tractor with a rugged hydraulic joint, coupling it directly to a powered trailer. This mechanical change resulted in the Volvo DR631, launched in 1966. While earlier manufacturers had experimented with one-off hydraulic tractor-trailer prototypes, the DR631 was a standardized catalog-listed machine built for repeatable commercial assembly. This distinction supports Volvo's claim that the vehicle was the world's first series-produced articulated hauler. At the factory, workers quickly labeled it Gruskalla, a Swedish term translating to Gravel Charlie, a name rooted in its primary role of moving aggregate over impossible terrain. The machine has a listed weight of 8.39 tons. It carries a designated payload, the actual material loaded into the box, rather than the machine's own mass, of 10 metric tons. Under the hood, power comes from a BM1113TR diesel engine, which generates 65 horsepower at 2,000 RPM. This modest output avoids high-speed highway performance, focusing instead on low-speed off-road control through a 7-speed Allison transmission. A permanent 4x4 all-wheel drive layout provides steady traction, while the rear dump body holds approximately 5,400 liters of material. On open roads, the vehicle reaches a maximum speed of approximately 16 miles per hour or 25 kilometers per hour. This compact, relatively low-powered configuration was designed entirely for steady, deliberate movement across demanding construction terrain. At the core of this engineering is a permanent central hinge linking two separate vehicle units. Conventional rigid dump trucks steer using a front axle, which limits traction and causes tires to slip on rough ground. The DR631 bypassed this entirely. Two hydraulic steering cylinders actively pivot the front tractor section relative to the rear, turning the entire machine from the middle. Instead of dragging the rear load-carrying section like a separate trailer, the joint forces the back tires to track the front ones. This allows the chassis to twist and bend naturally over uneven ground, ensuring steady traction. Operators could work on tight quarry benches, road cuts, and confined areas without losing grip, establishing the machine as a dedicated off-road class capable of handling difficult ground conditions. Quarry served as the primary proving ground for the DR631, where the machine moved crushed stone, aggregate, and overburden. Outside the pits, contractors deployed the hauler for major road construction and earth-moving projects, loading the steel dump body with loose gravel, sand, and heavy fill material. On these active sites, the vehicle encountered environments that quickly stopped traditional rigid-frame trucks: thick mud, loose gravel, steep slopes, and poorly graded paths. Swedish worksite logs and early Volvo archives record that the machine's primary value lay not in outright high-speed performance, but in its steady adaptability across a complete hauling cycle. Operators could maneuver through tight quarry benches and sloppy road cuts without getting stuck or needing flat, prepared haul roads. This practical agility caught the attention of contractors and industry observers across Sweden, North America, and Japan. The physical evidence of its capability began to shift perceptions about what a hauling vehicle could do. It raised a fundamental question: could this specialized, articulated layout expand past a single niche model and establish an entirely new category of heavy equipment? In 1967, Swedish competitor Kockums Landsverk introduced the KL411, followed by the larger KL412, proving the articulated concept extended far beyond a single manufacturer. This was not direct copying, but the emergence of a brand new heavy equipment class. Soon, international manufacturers like Caterpillar and Komatsu developed their own versions, while Volvo refined its own line through subsequent generations. These competitors scaled the design, retaining the core layout of a jointed chassis, off-road hauling focus, and scalable payload capacity. Today, This standard architectural blueprint defines the modern articulated dump truck, proving the enduring legacy of the original concept. Archival records disagree on the final timeline of the model. Official Volvo literature marks the end of production in 1967, while secondary historical sources claim assembly continued through 1972, reaching a total of 1,150 units. This transition was driven by a push for larger payloads, leading directly to successor machines like the DR631. Stricter European safety regulations, including the adoption of rollover protection structures, also contributed to the change. Today, a restored survivor at the Munktel Museum in Eskilstuna serves as a physical reminder of the design that defined the category. Today, modern infrastructure still relies on the articulation Charlie pioneered. The original machine is history, but its jointed footprint continues to reshape our landscapes.